is Rachel from Sprinkle Some Fun here, and today we're going to be making a Barbie movie cake. So let's get started. First, we're going to start out by making the palm trees. Just use a green construction paper, paint it on both sides a darker color of green. You're going to let that dry, and then we're going to draw on some leaf shapes. And I just kind of freehanded these, but they're each around 2 to 3 inches long and about a 1/2 inch wide. And just cut those out, and then from there you're going to put a piece of wire on the back side, and the piece of wire is around 4 inches long. Just tape the piece of wire to the back all along the middle of the leaf, and this will make it easier to cut. And we're going to be cutting little slits in the sides of the leaves to make it look like a palm leaf. And so just take your scissors and make little tiny cuts along each edge, and then you're done with your leaves. And just set those to the side, and then next we're going to make the palm tree trunk. I just took a piece of brown construction paper, painted it dark brown, and there's also striations of a beige color and an orange color. And once the paint has dried, you're going to tear out tiny strips of the paper. Don't worry if they break off too much. We're just looking for about a 1/2 inch strips because we're going to wrap them around a paper straw. And to wrap them around the paper straw, I just put a little bit of glue on the back with a glue stick, and I just started wrapping around the straw, and it really makes for a tree trunk that looks pretty realistic. And so once you have it all glued around the straw, put the leaves that you have finished, about 7 to 9 leaves per palm, and just put them in the top there, and they should hold their shape pretty well because we have the wire in there. And that's it for the palm trees. Next we have the Candy Mountains, which, if you have seen the movie, to welcome you into Barbie Land is this fun little rainbow and a mountain scene. And so to make the mountain scene, I used candy melts in blue, purple, and I couldn't find orange at the time, so I used a yellow, but I ended up coloring the blue a little bit darker anyways. But once you get the desired blue color that you want, go ahead and take a piece of parchment paper, and I just kind of dolloped on a little mountain shape and just kind of smooth it out. You want it to be a little bit thick because this is going to be standing up on the cake, so don't worry if it looks too thick. From there, we're going to put the purple color on top, and you can see I just used a little bitty fork to do this. You could use a spoon as well, and just kind of put it on top, but don't completely cover up the blue. It doesn't have to be pretty, just kind of rugged looking. Next we have the orange color, which I used a knife for this, and just kind of spread it on like you're spreading on peanut butter onto the mountain. The orange color is actually supposed to be looking like the sun, so I went a little heavier on the left side of the mountains as if the sun was coming from the left side. But once you have the orange color on, let it all completely harden up, and then you're going to take a knife, and this will really make it start looking like mountains, is to make the peaks look a little bit straighter. So I just kind of cut the chocolate around there, and then on the facade of the mountains I just kind of scraped off a little of that orange color in places so that it wasn't so heavy, and that you could see some of the other colors underneath. And just keep doing that until you get to the look that you really like. And I tried to leave as much as I could on the left side of the mountains and took off more of the orange color towards the right of the mountains. And you can see some of those colors coming out there. And then just once you have it all done, shake it off and you should have a fun little mountain shape. Set those aside, and next we're gonna make seashells with just some almond bark that I colored pink. And I just used a mold for this. I found this at Hobby Lobby. And I made 6 shells to use on the cake. And then from there I have a free printable that you can find on my blog for these fun star-shaped flowers. And I just kind of use this as an outline to use white chocolate in a piping bag to just kind of pipe on these little flowers, just like her necklace from the movie. And I use little pink pearls to put in the middle of the flowers, and I thought they turned out really cute. I have a printable rainbow on my blog if you want to grab it there, but this is an alternative way to make the rainbow to make it a little bit more see-through. You take a piece of paper and rub it with oil and just keep rubbing until it gets to be a little bit more see-through. And then take your pink and yellow food coloring, just dab a little bit on your fingers and make rainbow shape. And it's kind of fun. It's like finger painting, and just rub it until it's very smooth. And you can kind of rub the excess off with a paper towel after you're done and get all the excess oil off. But what this will do, if you stick the cake in the sunlight or you place like a little lamp light behind the cake, the rainbow is going to look like it's glowing. You could also do this with the printable, just print it out and rub a little bit of oil on the paper. It'll work either way. I just thought this was a fun way with the finger painting. So either way you choose, it'll still be cute. So you take the paper towel and blot off the excess oil and food color. What you're gonna do is just take your scissors and cut out the rainbow and then set it to the side. So I just used an 8-inch 2-layer cake that I iced with light pink, and around the edge of the cake I used a gingham printed icing sheet, which you can buy this on Amazon. Maybe you are a cake decorator, you can make it yourself. I have a free printable on my blog that you can have it printed out. Some bakeries will do that for you as well, but I have links to everything on my blog, so go find it there. And then from there you just put on all the decorations. I started out putting on the little flowers and the shells first, and then from there I put on my little candy mountains. And then right behind the mountains I put the rainbow, which I secured with a little bit of icing. And it ended up that my printable decorations, the part that says "Let's Party," I ended up using a piece of wire that you can't really see because it's behind the mountains. So that's my suggestion, just use a little bit of wire to hold it up, and then just start sticking everything else into the cake. And that's it. We have a cute Barbie cake that's perfect for any Barbie party. So if you liked this, please give this a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe. See you next time. Happy creating.